Мгм. Ебать, что это меню какое-то странное. Окей. Мгм. Ага. Так. Давай. Классика только приветствует, что за бред. Э, Ага. За гранью реальности. Ебать, что за бред. Хардкорный режим, блядь. Такой игре. При броске костей тяжелее, а предметы, которые устанавливают дорогу, станут дороже. Охуеть. Давай. Так, помощь. Ага. Охуеть. Быстрое сохранение F5, это понятно. Помощь F1. Движение мыши по странице. C, C, D, M, G, I. Блять, ну кто на I ставит инвентарь, блять? Ну это пиздец. Можно переназначить? Че, реально нельзя? Пиздец. Охуй. А, Че? Давай. Как выйти отсюда? Я зашел уж. Так, давай начнем. Ёбан свет. Это что такое? Это так прямо выбирать, я даже не знал. А, это мед плохо. Вообще не знает много интересных фактов. Мысли, блядь. 5 интеллекта. Пси, это что такое? Психика. Мгм. Моторика, блядь. Ебанутый. Так, 4. А везде по 10, подожди, 9, 10, 12 очков, да? Ага, интересно. Это, наверное, плохо общение с людьми. Это, наверное, плохо. Мид. Мгм.
Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. Yes, it is. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage. All right. Nothing town to fuck all borough. Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over. The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you.
Ебать.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice can name a motor carriage.
Ну, блядь. Теперь зачем мои наручники? А вот нужны. Надо. Надо. Ебать. Арестуем тебя, Китин. Охуеть, это чисто я с утра, блядь. Ебать, фотка нахуй модная. Боевой дух +1. Второй +1. Что это значит? Ёбана свет. Это как? Ебать. Ага. Ой, блядь. Не, ладно. Так, подожди. Это что такое? А, это оно, да? Да, чё? Ну, получается, нет ничего, да? Ебать, нахуй. Цель не открывается. Шкафчик мыслей. Это что такое? Не открывается. Карта понятно, журнал понятно. Ничего не открывается. Ладно. 8/5. День бись. Что это такое? Что пусто? Ба, носки там что это, галстук.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Ага.
A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Сука.
The lights are off.
Ага.
You swoop up and catch the time.
О!
It's released from the blade.
Красиво.
What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The blades come squeaking to a halt.
Замечательно. Это что,
You
мысли
hear a
какие-то?
jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. The whirling in rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers.
Здесь. Что такое?
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. What do you mean? System damage. How would you do that? What are you even trying to do?
Почему?
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn.
Ебаные кубики, ненавижу кубики, блядь, тварь. Что тут происходит? Я же могу. Не могу? Блять. Опять он еле двигается. Жесть, блядь.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions. As you slowly reach your hand towards the abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. It's not. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. Behold. You have
Нормально.
no idea who this thing is, do you? It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Блять.
Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies, whatever happens. That's right. Not even yourself. Go ahead, try something. It's not an order.
Блять.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Блять, срань ебучая. Подожди, это дверь или что это? Что за хуйня вообще? Пока я все проверки проваливаю, мне это не нравится. О! Так, на шляпу не хватает. Что-то в руках. Патроны какие-то. Замечательно. Погнали куда. Чего, блядь?
Hello, officer.
Здорово.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
No.
Чё, блядь?
Because you're a police officer, sir. I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Ian.
You have no doubt about the drinking, but do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
Mm.
She nods.
There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. The body has been there for a week now. The locals probably got tired of it. I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer.
Mm-hmm.
Could it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer. Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Mm-hmm.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you've said the words a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes. You're a cop, Harry. It is unnatural of you not to want to ask questions.
Yes? The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city. You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
Her accent suggests she is not from around here. She's from Aranye, another part of the world.
It's 51. The current century? Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one. Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization. There was the usual ruckus, loud disco music. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace. A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it. Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also, that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it. Yes, it was very.
It's impossible to say whether she's being sarcastic or really means it.
Then you started screaming and trashed the place. No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out. There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it. Glad to have been of assistance.
Ебать, тут диалоги, конечно. Лучше в них не вступать, я так понял, блядь. Ёбнешься. Отлично, окурок. Так. Тут я больше ничего не могу. Окей. Закрой дверь. Угу. Кто-то украдет что-то, блядь. Лаб-барбат. Что это такое? И что есть? Па, денежки. Деньга. Так, это выход, да? Не, я не хочу выходить.
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on, somewhere inside. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. Still no answer. Still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing.
Это тварь какая. Ага. Там что-то намелькало. Лестницу, блядь. Потом. А тут что-то, да? Терраса какая-нибудь или что это? Чё, как это открыть? Давайте второй. О, мой ботинок.
There they both are. 2 identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, like 2 baby crocodiles. It's pretty clear a normal good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now. Truth.
Пошло нахуй. Да, не. Я мог там чувака снизу. Я, да? Ладно.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold
Так, блядь. Так, стоп. Ох, ебать. F5. С какими мыслями имеет вариант диалогов. Угу. Быстрый выбор. 1, 2, 3. Что за быстрый выбор? Угу. Понял. Ну, давай вниз. Ой, кто это? А я где? Ебать, это, конечно, стилистика. Ага.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul. Utterly. And it needs to be heard. Through a PA system, by other people. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works. You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. No, don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it. This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now. The small steel tag says as much. The great skua. Steakoarius skua.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird in a competent work. Looks like this is the great. The small steel tag says as much.
Look, your buddy is. Why don't you go and
He pretends not to. Looks like this is the small steel.
Look, your. Why don't you go and talk to him?
He pretends not to hear you.
No, I'm not the bartender.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here. She just, you know.
His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he...
So now you're a cop. Oh, forget it. No, I'm...
He's very animated all of...
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender. I have 3 cafeterias. She just...
His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying.
So now you're a cop.
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than...
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
The worker is in a deep slumber. Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook. The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick. You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it, just for the record. You look nothing like the man on the document. You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. It feels nice and greasy. The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
Замечательно.
Hello, sweetie.
А,
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Всё охуело.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Ага.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Ага. А.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the... Have you removed the dead body from the tree? Mm-hmm. Sure. But did you take it down from the tree? Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree? So, the body, where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
And then, soon after, dead bodies would be dangling from all the trees.
But first, we have to take it down. I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is, he's not from the rat squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
No need for derogatory terms. They're only doing their job. Yes. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job. You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down, I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our number. Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down. After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to...
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer. And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
What was with that fucking wink?
I see you are still grieving. Well, I won't pry. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Yes, dear. I'm a
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
No, dear. I'm not quite that old, although I was injured in the line of duty. Nothing so glamorous, dear. Though when I was young, I dreamt of planting the Revacholian. I was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail-order shoe company. You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and, well, once I happened to be under some faulty... I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays. That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway. Whatever do you mean? Sequence killers? Oh my. But
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence.
now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie. Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad. Oh my. You know where we are, right?
И чё отвечать?
Now. We are live in a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, and the Whirling itself is in the city of Revachol. Yes, great. See? We're getting somewhere. What else do you know about our city of splendor? Tattered. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Oh, sweetie, it's really not. There used to be people who... Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no...
But they still have cops.
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol. Not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
You didn't do too well, dear. You really only knew what year it is. It does look...
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary. So someone more educated in sweep...
No.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich maybe?
That's a good point. This doesn't look...
Of course, dear.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything, from pinball cap clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it. It comes free with a six-pack of Vermilion Roy d'Or. The words Roy d'Or are stamped into the crown's plastic. The sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the...
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your...
Блядь.
A bespectacled man has you up on the sleeve of his bonnet.
Hello.
You realize he's waiting for your name. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. No, you won't. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau is one class.
Yes, well.
Not for a moment does he believe that's your real name. He casts it aside as an intra-departmental joke or
It looks like we had a little skidding.
What he means is he has been trying to meet up with you for 2.
Then we should ask him. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force. Okay, have you removed the dead body? Mm-hmm. Sure. Does that mean the body is not... So, where it has been hanging for 7... We all feel that way.
And then...
But first, we have to take... I was sent... I suppose you...
Inspectorate General means...
Yes, but I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation. Yes, they're not just... I would ask you to step into... You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card. I can see you. If you need something for your headache, talk to the manager. After you.
Lieutenant gets.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chisel. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I'm Lena.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew.
Yes, dear.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or...
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. Yes, dear.
A paraplegic.
That's quite all right.
Oh,
Yes.
блядь.
A paraplegic.
No, dear. I'm not quite that old. Although nothing so extreme. I was a train. You'd think it. I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and that's quite all right. Whatever do you mean? Sequence.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. I can assure...
Now, gentlemen, thank you. Perhaps another time. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Oh, my. You know where we are, right? That's right. And where is the whirling? Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city. Yes, great. See? How would I even begin? I haven't... Speaking of history... That's right, dear. How splendid.
Her relief is palpable.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Oh, no. Nothing like that, dear. Revachol is a zone of control.
She's trying to avoid the foreigner's part. This is because she's a woman. She may be lying to you.
Oh, dear. But we...
She's scared now. She's realized you...
You didn't do too well, dear. You really only knew what year it is. It does look like...
A sigh.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary. A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came. It has something to do with everything. I really don't know. Someone more educated in sweeping, Matt.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be...
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
Of course, dear. Good luck with...
Ой. Ага.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself. There he is, the old boy, the devil. You rascal, you. Let's celebrate right now by licking that stain off the counter. Do it. It'll be calmly. The lieutenant looks out of the window, then to you, licking the tasty rum stain off.
What are you doing? We should move.
You could definitely go for some more. The titillating scent of alcohol in your nostrils was beautiful.
Залага, блядь. Так.
The worker is in a deep slumber. You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens.
Разочек попробуем.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company who... Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleep.
You gently shake his shoulder.
Как это выпадает одно.
The worker.
No idea. Possibly because there's a...
Угу.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he...
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
What? What is this? A joke to you? Is this what you get when you call the police now? This guy?
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is...
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I
didn't imply that.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. His face expresses profound doubt. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style, unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police.
This is it. He said They hoisted him up on a tree.
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching. The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have nothing.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this. Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching. Good for you. Was there something else? I don't know who...
This is it.
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill...
The lieutenant turns the page.
Haven't you asked me that already? Okay.
Thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want... Good for you. Was there something...
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Ah.
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
No, you don't owe me street cred. You owe me money. You owe this establishment 130 real. Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually, more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
For survival, to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez, and it's a cold spring outside. If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. I'm not an asshole.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
You mean somewhere else to run up a huge debt? I don't think so. The union squeezed most places out of business to fund the strike. You're better off home.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You don't really know, do you? South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Что за хуйня? Так. Угу. Ебать. Шесть часов 5 минут. Охуеть. Ой, какая сложная игра. Да ебаный, иди.
The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick. Still, the lieutenant gives you a quick. This door can open.
Ага. Денег. А где мои деньги? Я же какие-то монеты подбирал. О.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But the man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor. Where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here. He nods.
No problem, officer. Yes? What do you want to know? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. That's good. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. I can assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not? No, something isn't happening, because it's not part of reality.
The gesture resembles an orchestra conductor bringing the choir, so desperately mundane. You need to funk this case up. There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex. You should convince me.
No, it's not a particularly... The deceased is a security guard. I'm relieved that you agree. Anyhow, let's get back to the case. No, the deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean then you are in luck, because we are in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants...
Is this a strike then? Or the first shots in a war?
I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the union rarely overplays its hand, as it appears to have done. Strike, coup, revolution, it's brigandage.
You feel something rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking form.
When I said we have to navigate community matters, I did not mean we have any say in them. I meant we should be careful. If we are not, the shit will blow right in our faces.
From an imaginary fan.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? No. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved. There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was a... Yes, it just so happens there's a beautiful, blonde 19-year-old woman at the heart of this case. A rich one, in fact.
The weary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
That's commendable. Was there anything else?
It can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head, with a dark twist even. He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit. Then...
No. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation. There was some interest in this case at my station. Good point. Martinez is famed for its occult sex murder rights. We'll get on it.
The weary tone is the surest indicator.
Actually, it does have to be murder.
It can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head. With a he's basically challenging.
No, it's not a particularly mystery. The deceased is a secure. There was some interest in this case at my station. Good point.
The weary tone is
No, not really.
it can still be an otherworldly sex. He's basically challenging.
No. The deceased is a security guard for a There was some interest in this case. Good point.
The weary
Extremely.
it can still be an otherworld. He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some look.
Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit. Then you are not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the whirling. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizens Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful.
That's right. You mean like a brief? Do you want me to? There's no reason to wing anything. If 3 days ago, during that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. They didn't. There's a strong prejudice against involving. Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me? Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in a deranged state. You have trouble remembering things. You've misplaced your badge. I cannot let you act in the name of the RCM without supervision until you've regained control of your faculties. Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself. Please do. We wouldn't want your regiment to speak.
The lieutenant is pretty sure self-care is just a euphemism for nihilistic binge drinking. No response. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs? Not a fan. It's just...
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs.
Try work, the case at hand. It can work miracles. Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation. Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire...
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation. That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome. That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite...
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul.
a point of pride to him.
No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it's like you're locked down.
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Ah,
What do you mean? I have no idea what...
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
I can't say that it does, no.
The lieutenant produces his small blue note. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Good. Let's change the subject.
охуеть. Бля, ебать тут диалоги, нахуй.
Yes?
Only banal things strike you. At the core, you're a very banal person with a very small soul.
Yes?
Only banal things strike you.
А,
At the
ну
core,
чуть-чуть.
you're a very banal.
Ну там вообще нереально, конечно, что так выпало. 6-5 надо, чтобы выпало хотя бы. Давай еще разочек.
Yes?
Only banal.
А, ладно, пизду. Хуйня. Пойдем к телу. Па-па-па-па-па. Нахер полиция. Ага. Интересно.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with? Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. I don't know anything about that either.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't. Me? I am.
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else in her rigid posture.
Is there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
I'm working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done. Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work.
Thank you. My head.
Salts? Ammonium salts? Perhaps useful for later.
Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need? It's there. In the yard, right through the hole in the fence.
Even all the way over here, there's a drop of death in the spring air.
What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. The harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, no problem.
She's very well composed, back straight.
Of course, I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Oh. Это сколько всего? Сыр. Угу.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap... Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Повезло.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster. Giant, hidden, all right. But these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater.
Wow, officer. You look so cool. And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Are you sure? but they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
Привет, я внутренний период.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best...
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco. Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting there? Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children? That's the spirit. We've all got to do our part. Your part is to open the box and buy...
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no...
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving. You keep coming back. That's good.
No good. All you can come up with are some treated wool pants. You can tell they're too tight around your thighs and too loose around the...
No luck?
Как она так выпала, такая говнина вообще.
You keep coming back. That's...
No good. All you
Да
can
ну
come up
как?
with are
Ну
some
почти
treated
же.
wool pants.
No luck? You keep coming back. That's...
No good.
Да,
All you can
блядь.
come up with are some treated wool pants. You can tell they're too tight around your...
Пятерочку
No
выпади,
luck?
ебаный. Так жалко. Сраные кубики, блядь, ненавижу их.
You keep coming back. That's...
Something
Whoa.
cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
Смысл обладания, смысл трепет.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek...
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super Air, super fine.
Only? That's madness. Fun, ultra, we're the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine? These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by a small heat emboss on the veneer reads, Solidarity Aid from the People's Republic of Samara. The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here. These, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use...
Samaran trash? That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
No way, officer! These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk. No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale. Well, if you want them, but see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for...
Damn, so you have to buy the sneakers first.
Блять, торгаш ебучий.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, the name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here. Everything's cool. The goods are cool. The custom... You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
Don't shoot, officer! Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown? Good one, officer! You're a funny guy! Now what can I do for you? Then fire away, officer!
Странная хуйня, ну ладно.
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom. I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors. Good joke, officer. Here we don't have...
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop whenever...
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say we are here to protect the interests of property holders.
My man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you, this climate...
Gossamer is a fine, filmy substance consisting of cobwebs spun by small spiders, seen especially in autumn. It's safe to say he's referring to the near absence of regulations.
Yeah, that's the main thing about you. Freedom is great. It's what lets independent entrepreneurs like me sell quality goods at competitive prices. No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything...
But did he first mark them up 100%, just so that he could put them on sale?
My man, you know how the game is played. You and me, we should work together. What do you think? Anything for you. You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook? No hassle?
No hassle. There's a little of a hassle here, it appears. A moral hassle.
It is! Practically free. Yours for 5 cents a piece. Rock that tuna. No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of my suppliers. Oh, he's a good guy. I think you'd get along.
Interesting.
You mean...
No hassle. There's a little of a hassle here, it appears.
No problem here, officer. Oh, he's a...
Interesting.
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares?
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola. Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism, but the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left. If you say so, officer. I don't worry too much about politics. I'm an entrepreneur, you know. Whatever's good for business is good for me. Everything's still cool here, officer.
No need to dress this way. Just tell him what you want.
Oh, okay.
Are you
Бля, сложно.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Oh, okay. But why, officer? An investment? What kind of investment? You drive a hard bargain, officer. I respect that. Okay,
Миллион реалов.
what's it going to cost me? Sounds like a fair deal all around.
Corruption.
Corruption. Сюда. Мне нравится. Corruption мне нравится, да. Так. У меня 15 реалов есть. О, бля, тут бегать можно, охуеть. Это мне, безусловно, нравится. Так. Куда я пришел? Это в машину я пришел, да?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass.
Понял. Опа, кто там? К мужичку дойти. Ой-ка, тут мысль какая-то.
This Post Lavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized, with a faint sticker on the side reads RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Блять!
There is a hollow, saddened ring as you kick the Lavantorie mail collection. Your toe has suffered damage. It.
Так, ладно. Не будем ящик пинать.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do. You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the Nothing happens. Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Good morning to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous...
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company, and...
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer? I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird. Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. It's supposed to operate the waterlock, but as noted, it's all junk right now. Disabled. Safety measure. Turns out the panel needs a special key to be reactivated. Wouldn't want anyone moving the... It'll be restarted on Wednesday morning. You want to do the honors when the time comes? Great! Just drop in on Wednesday if you want to see the waterlock at work. They say the canal crew will be here at 7:15.
The coast part of the map is inaccessible until the third day.
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church, Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins. Sure thing.
It is salty. It is savory. It is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami.
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
The worn and beaten.
You can read.
This postler, a faint The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also. The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder, then you swallow.
Ой, сколько ж тут людей, блядь, со всеми пиздеть, это просто невероятно много.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle. I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to Angry Hardroid.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask no, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game. You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into an embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit? It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters, probably 24, and then some.
What the hell is your problem? I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull.
Блять, ладно. Извините, блядь, я не хотел. Я просто запустил ядро, блядь, хорош.
Have you no shame?
René,
These manly men are playing ball. No, you got this. There's the ball. You're...
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
Could the objective of the game be to throw the metal ball so it lands by the wooden ball?
Ah, mon Dieu. The pain in my back is unbearable. I can't...
I hope you pass out from it, you goddamn jellyfish. Men like you are the reason this nation is sinking.
Trying to throw something as close to a predetermined point as possible. Measuring. This... Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You are letting down yourself and the team. Get in the damn game already. Doesn't matter what team. Pick a team. Any team. The blue team. You're letting them down. Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
See?
Could the...
I hope...
Try it. Shush. Ignore them. Doesn't matter what. Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
Sure, officer. I am René Arnaud. And my specially abled partner here is Gaston Martin. How can we help you? Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me in Martinez. The union is the law. So can you really... Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the...
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties. No man can afford to turn his eyes to the horizon if his rear isn't secured. If the women folk take care of that, then men can tackle the bigger issues.
The RCM doesn't discriminate. Women are held to the same standards as men. And as reflected in the quarterly statistics, unlike men, they also have to deal with the very same mentality you two are displaying right now. If it weren't for this, they would not...
I'm glad at least some people keep a level head in these turbulent times. Yes, the terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. No, it was left by heavy artillery fire. Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose a name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiant. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though. And we lacked caliber.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first. Yes, The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in '08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil. Damn right, son. They lit the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
Здесь.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned to Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had... Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling... This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with. Damn Frisel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frisel. He would have been better.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him, and he doesn't want to admit it.
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota. Evening falls. The time has come. The vows are blurred and flesh. Lower intestine. The term is metabolic and circulatory system. Fascism, Brota. Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachol's problems? Yes, the Women. Women, men of war. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. woo men need. That's what fascism boils
Женщин.
down to. The rest is also important. But the
Бля,
main
осуждаю
thing
такое.
is that woo men need to know their place. Stomach truth. You're having a stomach truth because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many times. Okay, yes, let's call it that. That sounds much better. Traditionalism. You like the sound of that. You're going to keep your vooz, right? Keep your vooz, brota. For the nation, smart. Best not to mention the woo men too often. That's why you're the head and I am the stomach. Of course you are, Bruta. Of course.
Ебать, что это было сейчас вообще?
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabinier do for you?
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform.
This is you.
Господи, где-то много.
Vigilance officer, what can...
All you observe
Ай,
is a
почти.
Vigilance officer, what can...
As Rene turns
Oh.
from you to his partner and back, the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted. 2. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun. A crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue striped triangle. It's the Croix de Bravoure, Cross of Valor. The cross was the highest battlefield decoration in the suzerain's armed forces, a small blue star inside an orange sun. The setting sun was a decoration used to distinguish seasoned combat veterans in service of King Frizzle I during the...
For bravery. I'm sure, but I know this uniform's reputation. You are also wondering if I got this for raping women or killing babies. Honor is everything to me.
Whoa! Sounds like you're about to open the gates of conversation. This man will literally talk your ear off if you let him wander off to memory lane.
For doing my duty in the heat of battle, for looking my mortality in the eye, when men like Gaston...
He saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
It was on the first months of the revolution here in Revachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders, King Frizzell, thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an... Alas, the young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatiel feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away.
He really despises that Drissant fellow.
Purple velvet tunic. That isn't exactly camo.
To keep the long and bloody story short, Drisson marched us against the partisans in Coron. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like toy soldiers. while he rode in front on his giant red. The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage. I got shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my knee. I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head.
Capitaine Arnoux, le fléau des chevaux.
The bane of horses.
When I came to, it was all over. It was just me and Joe Lestresson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me. The dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he looked, that one. So I grabbed the dink and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us. Through some miracle, we both survived. And the jailless freak convinced Frissel to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood. He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. 13 months later, I received the son. For the
You sense he's downplaying it. He did a lot more than his duty. More than anyone's duty. It's in his spine, in his billowing breasts, and untarnished self-worth.
Because he was a goddamn dandy. Had no business leading men or even being on the battlefield. All he was related. Royal blood alone doesn't make army commanders. He was a stupid kid, only interested in horses, hairstyles, and man-loving. And 782 Royal Carabiniers.
Whoa, man-loving? Is that it is not? The old carabinier stands quietly like a statue. His features...
What Monseigneur Modesty is not telling you is that he crawled over 7 kilometers and that even while crawling with a mangled half-dead prince on his back,
Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself, it's there.
Sorry, officer, but you're reading me all wrong. I'm a man of peace, and this kinds of bloody heroic... How did you find the story to be, officer? Maybe, but also bear in mind, officer. Oh no, you have to get shot. Repeatedly.
Do not speak of what you know nothing about, Poltroon. Duty is something you will never understand. Bah! There were many such stories in those days. Many such men, too. True ever show.
Oh, yes, René, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone...
I'm not getting into this with you again. Officer...
You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier.
Vigilance officer? What can this old carabinier...
Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be anything worth mentioning among your achievements.
Бля, ебать, тут одни диалоги, я не ожидал, что настолько много их будет.
Vigilance officer? What can...
Unfortunately.
Симулятор диалогов, блядь. Это пиздец.
Vigilance officer? What...
Unfortunately.
Да, блядь, не почти же.
Vigilance officer? What...
Unfortunately.
Сраные кубики.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
Unfortunately,
Ха-ха. Да.
Vigilance officer,
unfortunately,
Да, ёбаный. Давай последний раз.
vigilance officer,
unfortunately,
Да иди в жопу. Блядь, с тобой еще надо поговорить получилось.
I have really outdone myself.
yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours.
René, it's a little pleasure. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day? Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really. No, officers, I'm sorry. And
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know.
he means caviar socialists.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
I'm not.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard. Evrard Claire. Everyone in Martinez knows the Claire brothers. I told...
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a crab.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Everyone...
What the...
The old... There...
Let's try not to get caught.
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties. Help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me. Oh, yes. Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me...
So that's what it was before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the Union, and he doesn't know anything. Because no one tells...
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. I hate the socialist rabble. But even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written. Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in, officer. Officer, I have a vivid imagination. And like I said, I have a way with words.
He just fluffs it up.
Of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any fight. Only sink into your couch.
I prefer highly adaptable myself. Have a better ring to hit.
Come on, you.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up. Oh, the goal is to throw you bull. As close. That's the cochonnet. Well, first, you draw a circle about a half a meter in diameter. We made ours, then the players aim to throw their bulls as close to the cochonnet as possible. They must stay in the circle and keep both feet planted. I could, but I'd rather not. I don't want to take up your time with trivial details. You'll put that knowledge to good use in 50...
I don't like where this is going, officer. Don't you think we should do something else now? Hurry up then.
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food.
The only one you have.
The sandwich looks like a culinary wonder. Well made and abundant in components. The author sure. In addition to the obvious slice of ham, a fat one, you notice a brim of a tomato peeking from below. And is that mayonnaise?
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to these things. Fuck off! It's mine!
A glimmer of respect flashes in Rene's eyes.
Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way.
And it's gone.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? You're a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
It is such a pleasure to see you.
All right, this is how we're gonna do it.
Like what, officer? This is as good as they come in...
An array of delicious recipes flashes through your mind. This calls for an engineering angle. Structural rigidity, exposed rafters, lattice works, that type of approach.
That would certainly have been an improvement. Ce serait délicieux! Can you make that sandwich, officer? I hope you are not just tricking an old man out of the little he has left. Or god of sandwiches, maybe? But in the meanwhile, what can I do for you here and now?
Сэндвич пизданул. Засать. Бля, да сколько тут всего, ёб твою мать. Есть. Так, запор это то, что мне нужно как раз. А, ну подожди. Опа, мысля. Что за бутылки? Где их взять?
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the... Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick. They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Everard Clare, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes. That's odd. I could swear you were a police officer. There was a... They got as far as this. We should have done something about the union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
No. Одинокий баклан.
Hey, up here, Piggo.
Чё у нас? Блять. Сейчас. Так, походу пока хватит. Еще раз продолжу. Так. Я дохуя всего сделал. Так, помнить. Бля, жесть тут. Епстов, блядь.